Good evening, my friends and admirers. Today is a very special day, and today we are going to have a very interesting, innovative, invoking interview with Mrs. Girija Mylavarapu. She has spent about 30 years in education, PGT into Director of Academics, an expert in advising students how they can plan for the successful future either in India or abroad. Let me welcome Mrs. Girija Mylavarapu. Good evening and welcome to you.
Good evening. Thank
Namaste.
you.
Namaste. So it's a great honor for us today to have you. And we have been trying multiple times to get your attention, and today we succeeded. Thanks for your benevolence.
Thank you.
Well, to tell my audience about us, let me first say you are now tuned to Ramprasad Varanasi at 2716 on YouTube. And today we have a great personality in teaching schools at multiple locations, different states, different classes, different subjects. And she is Girija Mylavarapu. Namaste again to you.
Namaste.
Namaste. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you will permit me.
Sure.
Thank you. The very first question that I will ask you, Mrs. Girija, is how many universities you have worked?
To tell you more precisely, I haven't worked with the universities, but I've been working with different curriculums, that is CBSE, ICSE, and with all other state board like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka state government and Madhya Pradesh state government boards. So
Odisha also you have been involved, isn't it?
Yes, 10 years experience in Orissa.
Okay. Okay.
So I've worked with the different schools like Christ Academy in Bangalore, Alpha Group of Institutes in Chennai, and Sundargarh Public School, as well as St. Mary's in Orissa.
Okay.
And here in Hyderabad, Meluha International School and Greek Planet School, as well as Kshetra as a part-time.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah.
I do run my own channel, video channel.
Okay.
That is VGCBSE Academy, just to bring the awareness and to educate the students in the remote corners, to give them the clarity about grade 11 and 12 syllabus of English, as well as the grammar part.
Okay. So that's really good to know, because both of us are trying to do something for the students today.
Yes.
With one thing in mind, for their future, which should be bright and prosperous.
Correct.
Easy to walk through and gain a lot by their experience of interacting with others. Am I right?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, thank you. And the second question that I would like to ask you is, how do you motivate your students?
Motivation is a big word in today's world, which is needed very much, right from infant students to the old people, and especially the intermediate, that is the teenage students, needs motivation a lot. Today's generation, they don't listen, or they don't believe in the punishments, or screaming at them, or just giving them a random punishments or beating or etc.
Yeah.
We need to motivate them. First, we need to listen to them. I motivate my students by first listening what is the problem that they have.
Yeah.
And then try to understand whose fault it is. And then try to explain them what is the matter exactly and how they can tackle the situation.
Yeah.
During the COVID season, I can tell you, motivation is a big word where it worked out in the societies a lot.
Yeah.
My students from Meluha International Schools have done the Crescendo program just to motivate the students, those who are locked in their homes through online.
Wonderful.
By connecting the various competitions like drawing, painting, singing, quiz, technology quiz, etc. So where more than 600 students participated.
Excellent.
Across India.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
we motivate the students with small words by patting them on the back, by appreciating their latent talents in such a way. So many examples are there which I can share with you, but regarding and related to the time, I would like to
maybe
proceed with it.
Once you have come, we can again think of different other opportunities where we have different viewpoints coming from you, and that will be helpful to our students to whom we are also trying to give some values. Okay. Now, the one thing that you said is about liking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a small word, but with a big meaning. Liking means love, affection, getting together, working together, and so many things. That itself talks of interpersonal relationships skills, which is very, very important today for students and teachers. Am I right?
100%.
And I would say not only students and teachers, but between students and teachers also, interpersonal relationships play a great part. Am I right, madam?
Correct.
Yeah, that's right. So the third question that I would like to ask you now, can you give an example of how you motivate a student who has different opinion from his parents? Is possible?
Yeah, 100%. These days, the students go with their own ideas and interest. They don't listen like previously how in the olden days, the children used to go with the opinions of the parents. Here, I would like to give a small example. There was a time where parents insisted only engineering, medicine, and other streams in the commerce. But here, I'll give you one example. One student was a very mild and a very silent, quiet child, where he used to listen to his father for everything. And father was very strong and stubborn in saying that my child should go only with the engineering. That is what it brings the money for him and his life will be settled.
Okay.
I can say here, but the child was not at all interested in the physics and chemistry. So what he did was that he studied, but he was unable to score. He came and shared his views with me when I asked him why is that he was scoring very less marks. So as a mentor, and I spoke with him and he cried bitterly saying that my father is not listening. So with the help of the management, we called the parent and we explained him that give him a time of 3 to 4 months where he could prove himself in his own interest things. As he was in 11th, it was internal examinations and we could manage the things. So 3 months time was given to go into the commerce stream.
Okay.
And the child did an excellent job in economics, accountancy, where he was excelling his skills in that. Because that subject was very interesting for him.
That's correct.
Now we showed and proved to the parent that not only engineering or medicine, other things also can help if it is an interesting subject for the child. So definitely the father agreed and right now he is placed in a big university. I'm really very proud to say that understanding the child psychology is more important than pushing everything or our opinions or not listening to the student is not a right thing in these days.
Very true. Very true. Actually, this itself is a big lesson in interpersonal relationships. How the father and the son interact to understand each other and their viewpoints Sometimes we feel that we are seniors, so we know better. Probably we don't understand that what our child or son or daughter wants from us, to understand him and his perspective, his capabilities, to show that they can become more powerful in their life, isn't it? It's
Correct.
a very good example. Thank you for sharing. It's really very interesting. And the next question, the fourth question, as I may say so, maybe know how you motivate your teachers to bring in a change in their teaching methodology, and whether change in teaching methodology is important or not.
Definitely, yes. In this
Okay.
21st century,
Yeah.
related to the new education policy, I would like to say teachers must understand the students. So a
Okay.
training for the teachers is very much compulsory, where I can proudly give an example of you, Mr. Ramprasad Garu, where you have come and given a training in Sundargarh Public School from your smart training consultancy. And then
Oh, you are going back to the
where,
olden days. Yeah.
yes,
You
yes,
came there.
yes.
Okay. Nice of you.
Where the teachers are still, even today also, they are following the methods that you have trained them and trying to understand what new changes they can bring accordingly. The most important is that we do bring the trainers from the CBSE, and then we give the workshop trainings, and we run the sessions. What are the new things that they have to implement to motivate the students to understand and to bring good results to the school? Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. That's about Sundargarh Public School, Sundargarh Orissa, right?
Yes.
Where
Yes.
I came in
Yes.
and stayed there and to do the training program. Yeah.
Correct.
Now I remember. Right. That's good. So the fifth question, if I may permit it to ask you, what do you think about the present educational system and the changes that have been recommended by the government?
Beautiful question, which is very important these days. New education policy is what the government is trying to bring, basing on the skills of the students. It
Okay.
is not just the rote learning. From our Indian system is a traditional system
Yes.
where all the basic things are involved up to 10th standard.
Yeah.
But they are very useful and a strong foundation. But after
Okay.
that, it becomes lighter. So, but new education policy, along with the traditional system, is going to bring the lot more vocational courses and skill-based subjects where the students
Skill-based,
can
1 minute.
excel.
Skill-based
Yes,
subject. Excellent. Excellent.
yes. Skill-based subject where the students can excel very well in their fields immediately after 12th. So there is a choice for them. It is not a rote learning. It is not a 1 mark or 1% competition and get disappointed. New education policy is bringing so many things which will be implemented from 2030 onwards in the full-fledged, which had already started right now with the third and the sixth standard.
Okay. Third to sixth standard, they have started it now. So they're starting
Yes.
from the fundamentals for the future generation.
Yeah, with the new subjects and new syllabus.
Yeah. Can you share your views on the new educational policy?
Yes, new education policy where I have done a lot of workshops with a lot many teachers in the schools. So many schools were involved, and national curriculum framework also we have implemented. We have given the training to more than 300 teachers. So exactly speaking, I would like to highlight one point in the new education policy where that gives a motivation related to social studies. I would like to highlight.
Okay.
Before, in our Indian system, social studies is a vast subject where only, particularly if I take agriculture or a climate, that part of it or that Indian climate is being highlighted. Children do not know what is happening in the rural areas. So, social studies, new education policy had involved in such a manner. 10 chapters are included. For example, I'll tell you in one they go with the rural path, that is a village or the areas where they are residing, and then they will learn about the village or the city or the states, and then about their country. Then it combines with the international climatic conditions as well. Means right from village to international level, new education policies is giving them the knowledge of that particular topic. It's a wonderful thing which I can say.
Yeah.
And also here you can say that 3+5, the system has changed into everything should be in the experiential learning.
Okay.
Not the rote learning. So that is a wonderful thing which new education policy had implemented into.
Wonderful, wonderful. So the next thing I would like to ask you, this new educational policy, which you have been highlighting quite a lot and you know it very well, is it going to help the students to increase their job skills?
Yes, definitely. Because the competition level is different basing on the skills of the students.
Yes.
The new education policy had framed its curriculum in such a manner that the student can excel in the skill that he is having. So lots of experiments are going on, and we should wait and watch how it's going to be successful like our foreign countries.
Okay.
Because India has been till date with the traditional methodologies of teaching or the curriculum, and today it is evolving itself to compete with the whole world. Maybe our Indians are in every nook and corner of the world, as you know. So this education system is going to help them to bring out lots of skills hidden inside the students. I'll tell you one example, a student where he had gone with 12th standard commerce stream student. He was much more interested in the internet, where he had his own channel, and he used to earn 2 lakhs. So he was, along with his education systems, he was going on par with it. So new education policy may bring so many talents like this, is what I believe.
Wonderful, wonderful. In this way in which you are talking, maybe I'd like to add 1 or 2 points. Understanding the child's mind is called as understanding the learning mind is very, very important. And I think we have discussed it earlier in Sundargarh Public School, and we did talk about it, about how to understand the child's mind and which child is tuned to which subject. That's what you were telling in your example of the parent and the boy being differing in their opinion. Yes. In this, improving the job skills, as you say, is very important, as the policy also says. It is connected with the people skills or the interpersonal skills, which is inherited, acquired, and developed. These 3 factors. Under these 3 factors, there are 3 dimensions in which the child has to be measured. One is inclusion, control, and affection. These are the things that we build in a very interesting survey that we do when we ask the students to appear for a test online, which is called as XPRT-Excellent Personal Relationship Skills. Is an online test of 54 statements where the multiple choice is given for 6 choice for each question. They have to select and click the answer. Immediately at the end of the written test, they get the mark sheet displayed on the screen. We get at the same time the same mark sheet with all the explanations and the answers they have given, which we analyze and try to find out what are the interpersonal skills which are good, best, better, or not there and to be developed. These we guide the students so that the students can go along with, and the parents will be satisfied that their child is making a lot of improvement, which they will see. And this is a very important part of training that we have taken. I just thought at this level, when you talk of job skills, I can just mention about it. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. And hello? Hello? So that is what we were discussing with Mrs. Girija Varanasi. And that brings us to the conclusion that the present students can learn a lot, and we are there to help them. And we can also do online training for students and also faculty when they need. And let me again remind you that please, you may like, share, and quote our channel, Ramprasad, Varanasi Ramprasad at 2716, and you can like and register yourself for this test. The early bird will get an early benefit. And this is what I would like to conclude. And I will also like to remind you that Mrs. Girija is available on VGLBSE Academy. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Good luck to all of you who have been listening, and I will request you to take the chance to register with us. Good luck. Good day.